So here they are, the two current 2-channel battle style mixers for Serato DJ Pro. How are they similar, and what makes them different from one another? Find out coming up. Thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. Now, let's get into the video. So both Rane and Pioneer DJ have been the leaders in the industry for 2-channel battle style mixers for Serato DJ for some time now. And here we have the two current flagship models. We have the Rane 72 Mark II and the Pioneer DJ DJM S11. Now, just taking a quick look at the face of both of these mixers, we can see that they have a lot of similarities, but they also have some differences as well. So let's go over 5 similarities and 5 differences between both of these flagship mixers for Serato DJ Pro. So let's go through the similarities first. Both mixers are 2-channel battle style mixers, and both mixers also support plug and play for Serato DJ Pro. Next, you'll notice both mixers offer a fully featured performance pad section with individual pad mode select for each channel. And right over the performance pad section, both mixers offer a colored touchscreen. Then on the back of each mixer, we have a 2-port USB hub, which can be useful for plugging in things like Rane 12s, phase, or plugging in CDJs for HID mode. And since the USB hub is built directly into the mixer, this means you only need one USB cable going into your computer to not only get all the features of the mixer, but also the control you get on things like CDJs and HID or Rane 12s. Then finally, and probably the most important for all the scratch DJs and turntablists out there, both offer a fully customizable crossfader, which offer not only adjustments for the crossfader curve, but also the tension of each crossfader and customizable cut-in time for each crossfader as well. While this all comes down to preference, even if you prefer one crossfader over the other, with the amount of customization options that both crossfaders offer, you can get them feeling pretty close to what you like. Now that we've gone through the similarities of the mixer, let's talk about what makes these mixers different from one another. First would have to be the higher refresh rate of the screen on the S11. This means the waveforms on the screen when you have it in that mode move a lot smoother and are a lot easier to use if you're mixing visually using the screen instead of having to look at your computer. The next difference would have to be the multi-touch support of the screen on the Rane 72. While it doesn't support the faster refresh rate found on the S11, meaning the waveforms are a little bit jittery and take some time getting used to, it does offer a little bit more control because you can touch more than one thing at a time on the screen. Now, this is useful when working with things like different effects controls and turning effects on and off. It's a lot faster because you get the ability to touch more than one thing on the screen at a time. Now, the third difference between these mixers is the physical buttons for selecting your effects on the S11. Now, I know I just mentioned being able to turn effects on and off more than one at a time using the multi-touch screen of the 72, but because you don't have physical buttons to change effects on the 72, it does take a little bit more time because you have to scroll through all the effects that you'd like to use. In comparison, with the S11, to switch between effects, you have these physical buttons where you can just go ahead and press one and switch effects very quickly. Now, while these 6 physical buttons do make it faster to switch between 6 effects on the S11, the S11 actually has a lot more effects than that, and to access them, you'll have to do the same you do on the Rane 72 and kind of dig through the menus and select the kind of effects that you'd want. Now, the fourth difference between these two mixers is the fact that the up faders or channel faders on the Rane 72 are actually 2 more Mag 4 faders, while on the S11 you just get 2 kind of stock up faders, channel faders. While for most DJs this isn't deal breaking with the S11, having the fact that you have 2 more backup crossfaders because all 3 faders on here are actually Mag 4 faders and you can swap them out really easily and use them where you want them. On the S11, if one of these faders breaks down, you can't rotate them and you'll have to buy replacements. And the final difference between these two mixers is the fact that the S11 not only supports plug and play for Serato DJ Pro, but it also supports plug and play for Rekordbox DJ. So if you're a DJ that lives in both the Serato DJ Pro ecosystem and the Rekordbox ecosystem like myself, having this as a mixer allows you a lot more flexibility. While there are workarounds to getting this to work with Rekordbox DJ, you'll need a subscription, as well as you'll need to map all the functions on things like the pads to get this to work, and it's still not the same type of support you would find on the S11. Now both of these mixers are fully featured fantastic flagship mixers, and you can't go wrong with either purchase. They both have controls for pretty much everything you would need in Serato DJ Pro, and if you have the money, they are both great buys. But at the end of the day, much like other DJ gear, it all comes down to preference. And with that, I'd like to ask the question of the day. If you had to choose between these two mixers, which one would you choose? Go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, if you found this video useful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're looking for more tips, tricks, and tutorials just like this one, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next one.